Hello, collective. Welcome to my channel. This is Adani back with another reading. Hope you're doing well. Let's see what messages wants to come through today. If it's your first time on my channel, please do like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you know when I drop another video. And if you're in need of a personal reading, I am accepting personal readings right now. My information is in the description box. My email is in the description box. Thank you. Many blessings as you do so. So let's see what messages wants to come through for the collective. First card out, Four of Swords. So that's air sign energy. Insights that come through from meditation. So you could be at a place where you need to take a mental break on something, or just connecting with, you know, yourself, your spirit guides, your ancestors. Just a period where you need some rest, you know. Maybe spirit is nudging you to get more sleep. You might need a mental detox, you know, just put the phone away, take some time out, because there's something that is about to start in your life that you're going to need. You're going to need mental clarity. You're going to need physical strength, you know. And for some of you, this break could be like your body actually needing it because your body's going through some type of healing process right now with the Sun card. So it's like if you have recently taken some time off, you know, your body is going to feel this revitalization. If you have been feeling down, if you've been sick or going through any, like, you know, depression, sadness, or whatever, you're gonna be feeling really, really good very soon, if not already. The Sun is here, which is the best card in the deck. Okay, yeah, if you've been going through anything, disappointment, this is the Three of Swords. You're healing from that. You're healing from that. I could be speaking to someone who was dealing with something in a relationship. Okay? Even Archangel Raphael is here with that healing energy that he carries. And I'm also drawn to the medical symbol here, the Kadakias. So you could be healing from something physical. It could be high blood pressure, something heart related, something where just your body just needed to take some time out and rejuvenate, rejuvenate. Yeah. You just needed to take a vacation, or you're being urged to take a vacation, even if it's just a staycation, just something where you can get that well-needed rest, get away from all the craziness of, you know, whatever that's going on in the world, your daily routine, work, you know, school, just all of that. I could be speaking to someone who's been through a lot. And Spirit wants you to know that there's something new coming. The Ace of Wands is here. So there's a new beginning after this period of, you know, where there was dark clouds, sadness, depression, disappointment, whatever that happened. There's good news. There's something new there's like a break. It's kind of like there's a break. You know, it's okay to release those emotions, because this is the Queen of Cups. You know, she's facing her emotions. She's not running from it. Okay? She's facing it. That's telling me that she's emotionally intelligent. You know, um, even though she's very like, the water here symbolizes that sensitivity, the sad, crying, sensitivity, and all that. She's still seated on the earth, so she's grounded. So there's a balance, and she's also very like connected with her intuition. So she's able to, you know, understand, you know, what's going on, what happened, why it happened, and face those. Queen of Swords is also here. So this could be a situation where you had to release yourself from a situation. Maybe something was revealed to you with the Sun card. You found out something and you had to cut something or someone out of your life. You know, you've already gone through the sadness and the hurt. And now it's time for you to, you know, the sun is here. It's time to move on. It's time, you know, for the sun to come out after the dark clouds. There's a new beginning for you, the Ace of Wands. So you could be embarking on something really creative right now. Maybe you're channeling that energy into something positive. We have Leo energy here. Sagittarius, Aries, but strong Leo with that Sun card. It's almost like turning your pain into power, okay? Turning your pain into power with the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Swords. Speaking your truth, and the truth is what's going to lead to that transformation with this butterfly here on her sword of truth. So this new creative project could be a situation where you're able to use whatever you went through, you know, whatever, it's now like a badge of honor. It's now like something you wear and you're not ashamed of it, and you're able to, you know, turn it into something. It's kind of like transmutation of energy, where something negative, you're able to transmute it into something positive for your gain, you know. So you're now taking this situation and using it as a, you know, a symbol of how you've grown, and telling your story, because there's people that could actually learn from it, okay? And also just using the energy of, you know, you could be humor, you know, using like making fun of situations. You know how people can turn a situation into comedy. You know, you can say something bad to someone, and that person, instead of taking it in and, you know, they can turn that situation around into something really funny. So it's kind of like changing that situation and actually capitalizing on it. So you could be embarking on this new creative project. It could involve like communication. I don't know if you could be trying to start a podcast, or, you know, where you're speaking in front of people. You're being seen, especially with the Sun card. You know, people are seeing you after a period of where you isolated yourself, and you're now, you know, coming out to speak your truth. Okay? Spirit wants you to continue to protect your energy and, you know, use that courage, because as you bring yourself out in the public light, you know, there's always going to be like, you know, certain type of like negativity, or not really attacks, but envious people, people who are jealous of you, people who want your downfall. But you're being called to have that, you know, courage right now, especially with this the strength card, and we're getting strong Leo energy. So you could be, that could be your sun sign, or this could be Leo season, which is in August, when this new beginning is going to actually take off. It could be in the beginning stages right now with the Page of Wands. Okay, so Spirit wants you to set healthy boundaries, and maybe that's the lesson that you had to learn. For those of you that it was a relationship that you were dealing with, you could have been dealing with someone that was younger than you, or very just immature. Okay, or it could be the other way around. Maybe there was some type of like imbalance as far as maturity and the way you all were able to communicate and get along with each other. Okay, so it's so weird that we have the strength card and the devil card right beside each other, because usually when the strength card is around, the devil card is very close, because the strength card is resisting temptation, the devil card is the temptation. So you could be at a place where you've already cut a situation out of your life. You've already been through the hurt and the pain, and you're going to be faced with that temptation very soon. That's the warning of this reading. Maybe you could reach out, someone that you've already cut out of your life, that you've already moved on from. They did the damage, you've healed from it. You've released yourself from that toxic situation. You've already released yourself from that toxic situation, okay? This person could be presenting themselves very soon. They could be reaching out. They could be sending you that email, that text message, that DM, that phone call could be coming. And, Spirit wants you to, you know, stand your ground. Don't give in. Okay? This is a test to see if you've really, you know, this person is also testing you, because you've probably cut this person out, but they know that, oh, if I know what to say, I know what to do, and I can get back in. Okay? So just be careful. There's a temptation coming for someone. You need to protect yourself. As you can see, she does have her armor is not on. You've removed the armor, so you're pretty much at a vulnerable time where you're not ready. A soldier in war without their armor, they can get injured. So Spirit is asking you to definitely protect your energy, be on guard. You know, something could happen all of a sudden with that storm warning, okay? Somebody can just like all of a sudden pop up in your life. And it's going to take a lot of courage, a lot of wisdom to resist this, okay? There could be two new people that could come into your life. One could be a fire sign, one an air sign. Woman holding a heart. Yeah, so this person does know your weakness. You're that Queen of Cups energy. Even though you're embodying the Queen of Swords when you cut them out of your life, but you're still that person that forgives real easily, very loving. They know that it's like you don't have a evil bone in your body. So they know that all they have to do is come in and say the right thing. And, they just know your weak point, what it is to get to you, okay? The World card. So this is a cycle that definitely has ended, that needs to end, okay? It's a test with your fourth chakra, the Archangel Raphael. Archangel Raphael is here again. We saw him before. You need to heal, your heart area is You're still very vulnerable. Even in this picture, you see the heart, the Three of Swords, where someone hurt your heart, you know? So Archangel Raphael is letting you know that, you know, your heart chakra is a focus here. So you need to definitely be very careful, okay? Be very careful. You've already done the healing. Don't go back to a situation that caused you that heartbreak before. Angel of Balance is here to bring that balance back into your life, okay? To And the Angel of Balance is also that energy of where you're being, you know, if you were treated unfairly, they're going to come. It's kind of like the Justice card, you know, to bring balance back. A situation that was not fair for you, Spirit is now trying to bring balance back into your life. That's why that cycle had to end. That's the lesson that you needed to learn to be able to move forward and evolve, so that way you can actually attract the love that you deserve. So you've already ended a cycle in love, and you're not meant to go back to that situation because it's already done with. You know, you don't want to yourself in a situation where you're stuck again. You know, this could be a situation where this person just holds on to you or wants to keep holding on to you, stringing you along and not really having any, like, you know, positive intentions. Goddess of the moon, you're being called to use your intuition. That's that Queen of Cups energy, psychic energies, you know. So you already know, you have that gut feeling, you know that it's not right, it doesn't feel right. And look what we have here, broken heart, right? So this heart has already been repaired from the damage, right? It can't handle anymore. It can't handle any more, you know, damage here. You see, it's been put back together how many times? There's a scar here, there's a scar here, there's a scar here. So it can't handle any more, it can't handle any more pain. You've been through enough. You need to put yourself first. And if you're going through any situations, you know, physically, this could be a physical situation for yourself. Maybe somebody could be going through some heart situations. You can go to the doctor and get checked. I'm not a physician. The tarot does not diagnose, but maybe, you know, there's something that you could probably just need to balance some your eating habits. If there's any habits that you have that could be affecting you, you might need to, like, you know, change the way you eat and all that good stuff. Yeah, so that's what I'm seeing. Right. Sorry about that noise. Okay, that's my dog. So Goddess of the Moon is here with the woman holding a heart. Temple path. So there's a cycle that ended. So it's almost given like this situation is leading you to a new direction. Spirit is leading you to a new direction. This new beginning with the Ace of Swords and Ace of Wands is actually going to be something that it's like you're being led down a different path. A journey of the unknown, but you're being guided by your spirit guides, okay? You have a gift So this situation has actually activated a gift. Some people, they'll go through certain situations that will activate a gift. Some people will go through like a physical situation where they'll get ill and heal from it, and it just activates some type of gift in them. Even this background here is something celestial. It is just given the windows of a church or something. So you went through something. You could go through severe heartache where it almost like takes you out, and your angels or spirit guides, ancestors have no choice but to come in and rescue you. And it just creates this like, it just opens this door to where you have a lot of like spirit activity around you. These could be passed on loved ones, these could be angels. If you hear sounds in your house or you're missing things sometimes, that's a sign that you do have spiritual presence around you. Okay, they're opening some type of door. This new beginning, this new gift is going to bring you a lot of abundance and prosperity with the door of value. There's something that you're meant to do, or you're going to be doing, as it's like you're connecting with, it could be like a feminine spirit guide with the goddess of the moon. You could be working with the actual moon. You could be a Cancer energy, something like that. But you're very psychic. Yes, third chakra, your solar plexus. Be confident. Spirit wants you to be confident with your gift. It's going to bring you a lot of wealth and abundance. You could be holding back, maybe. Look at this. This is, just meditate. The answers are going to come when you meditate. Somebody needs to meditate. And look, what do we have here? Rest and rejuvenation. I know I used that word rejuvenation when this reading started. You need to take a break. There's something being activated in you. There's something being activated in you. Rest and rejuvenate. Maybe meditate. That's also going to help you. There's something, you're being awakened to something. You're going to use your voice with the fifth chakra. You're meant to use your voice. You're meant to tell a story. You're meant to have a podcast. So people need to know. People need to hear. People need to hear. It's going to bring you a lot of abundance. This is the key to your abundance. This is the key to your wealth. This is the key to your prosperity, is when you connect with spirit. All the chakras are here. Archangel Ariel is here. Archangel Chamuel is here. Archangel Gabriel is here. Archangel Raphael is here. Archangel Michael is here. You got a lot of angels that came out in your reading. And they're saying there's money coming for you. Money, money, money. Money, money, money. It wasn't a reading, it wasn't a reading for money, but money keeps showing up. So you have money coming, abundance coming, the temple path. You're supposed to be speaking some type of truth. Maybe with the angel of balance, I don't know if it's like you're supposed to be like an activist or defending people, whatever that's going on in the world, things that are not just, things that are not fair, things that are not, you're supposed to be one of those people that you defend those, the helpless. You rescue those that are in bondage. There's something that you're meant to do. That's for someone. It's going to require a lot of strength and courage on your behalf. But Spirit wants you to know that you're destined for that. You're already crowned. You see, they're placing the crown on this lion. So once you step into this energy, that's when everything, cornucopia, abundance, prosperity, wealth, you're in that energy right now. Stay strong. Just be encouraged. If you're feeling like you have no direction, Nothing works out for you. Spirit wants you to know that. Just right around the corner. It's here, the sun. Things are about to change for you. If it hasn't already changed, at least by August, by Leo season. Leo season starts around July ending, I think. You're going to see a major transformation. Start where you are. Start at baby steps. For some of you, you're going to become some type of celebrity. And you're going to be known worldwide. This mission is going to take you around the world. We saw the world card, wherever it is. Here it is. It's going to take you international. Maybe you're going to be connecting with people with Six of Wands. This is victory. A win. Start where you are. It might look dumb. Whatever it is. Something you, I don't know, something you did as a child with the Page of Wands. It might look like it doesn't make any sense, but it's going to like open up this whole new life for you, you know, where it's just going to open up a whole new world. Very sacred world, sacred temple, you know. It's magic, it's magical. They're working behind the scenes. You see the orbs to bring you everything you desire. All your needs will be met. Make sure you're connecting with spirit. You're meditating. They're walking with you. They're holding your hand if you don't know. If you're dealing with any physical problems, they're healing you right now, especially with this right next to the Sun card. Make sure you're getting lots of vitamin D. Vitamin D is going to be of help to you. Get out in the sun for a few minutes every day. Make sure you're going out during the right hours to be in the sun. And I think that's early in the morning when the sun is not too hot, or late in the evening when the rays of the sun is not too bad. And soak up some vitamins D. You don't have to be out there too long, but that sun energy, work with the sun energy. If you're doing anything spiritual, magical, do it during the daytime now. Well, you also have moon, so you can actually work with both energies, the sun and the moon. You can work with both energies. We even have the moon here, so you have access to both energies. Okay? You have access to both energies. You can go out in the sun and speak to the sun. The sun is the great messenger. For those of you that don't know, I've used the energy of the sun to manifest some major things. I'll just go out there, face the east, and speak to the sun. I remind them that you're the great messenger. Nothing and no one is hidden from the sun. Nothing is hidden under the sun. Send this message to this, or do this. I want this, get this. And it just happens. People underestimate the sun. All you hear about is moon. Do this, make moon water, do this in the moon. Yeah, don't sleep on the sun. Very powerful energy, very powerful energy. And there's a balance between the masculine and the feminine energy with the sun and the moon here. Okay? And that's why the angel of balance is here, because there has to be a balance. There has to be a balance. There's going to have to be a balance with your mundane world and your spiritual world. And that's why the temple path is here as well. So as you have time for your regular life, the hustle and bustle, getting ready for work, doing whatever you're doing, you need to take time out during the day for your spiritual person. Because we're all spirits having a physical experience. So you need to take time out after you come in for the day, or when you first wake up. Remove the armor and connect with spirit. Maybe create a place in your home, you know, for spirit, like a little small altar. You don't necessarily have to have one, but just a place where you go to and connect. You can sit down and, you know, meditate and connect. They want to connect with you. They're already around you. There's a new path. There's a place they're taking you to. Right now, you can't see it. It's unknown. But if you start to connect, it's going to be revealed to you, especially with the Sun card, the Temple path. Okay? There's something creative that you're meant to do with the sacral second chakra, your sacral chakra. Creativity, that area needs to be balanced. Maybe dancing, moving your hips, wearing what color is the orange? I think that's orange. Wearing orange might help you. Get that going. Get your creative juices going. Because there's this there's something that you need to get started. Doesn't have to be, you can start small. Start where you are. Turn your pain into power. That's what I got. So that's the message for today. I know it was all over the place, but hey, I've done my job. I've delivered the message. So on that note, much love, guys. Many blessings. Bye-bye.